me ask you a question. If you want to perform a good deed, is the only requirement that you need sincerity? Is that the only requirement that you need to fulfill a good deed? Sincerity? Some people will use the hadith that I quoted in the beginning, إِنَّمَا الْأَعْمَالُ بِالنِّيَّاتِ, actions are by intention, and they will say, yes, all you need to perform a good deed is sincerity. Let me then ask you another question. If someone says, I want to get closer to Allah, I want to pray more, so instead of praying just 2 rak'ah Jummah prayer, I'm going to pray 3 rak'ah because I want to get closer to Allah. He has a sincere intention. Will he get rewarded? I want to get closer to Allah. I'm going to fast on Eid al-Adha. Intention is pure. He's fasting on a day which is prohibited. Will he get rewarded? In order to perform a good deed, sincerity is not enough. One must have amal and ilm. They must have knowledge. Sound knowledge. If they don't have sound knowledge, then but they are sincere, they will perform acts of bid'ah, unlawful innovation. About 10 years ago, I went to Pakistan. It was the Maghrib prayer. I was sitting in the second saf. So after the prayer had ended, there was a brother in the first saf. After the prayer had ended, he was going like this. Me and my brothers looked at each other. We said, that's fine, that's fine. And then he went like this. We looked at each other, we're like, what is he doing? And then he put the icing on the cake. After he did all this, he took off his topi and he started doing this. No exaggeration. It was, one of the etiquettes of the masjid that you're not supposed to laugh. But we bursted into laughter. Like, what masjid are we going to? Is he trying to signal for a home run or something? So once again, if you have a pure intention but not sound knowledge, you will perform acts of bid'ah. If you have sound knowledge but you don't have a pure intention, you will commit shirk ar-riya, ostentation, showing off. You have to have both sound knowledge and a pure intention. Likewise, every leader has to have these 2 characteristics: sound knowledge in the field that he has been given authority over, and a pure intention. Many, many years ago, there was a lot of corruption going on in Egypt during the time of Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam. Shaykh Abul Hasan Nadawi writes, وَكَانَ يُوسُفُ يَعْلَمُ أَنَّ الْأَمَانَةَ قَلِيلَةٌ فِي النَّاسِ وكان يوسف يعلم أن الخيانة كثيرة في الناس وكان يرى أن في الأرض خزائن كثيرة ولكنها ضائعة إنها ضائعة لأن الأمراء لا يخافون الله فيها ولا ينفع الناس بخزائن الأرض إلا من كان حفيظا عليما. You have to have both. And then he writes, what will happen if you just have one? If you just have a pure intention but not sound knowledge, or vice versa, what will happen? He writes, وَمَنْ كَانَ حَفِيظًا وَمَا كَانَ عَلِيمًا لَا يَعْلَمُ أَيْنَ خَزَائِنُ الْأَرْضِ وَكَيْفَ يَنْتَفِعُ بِهَا وَمَنْ كَانَ عَلِيمًا وَمَا كَانَ حَفِيظًا يَأْكُلُ مِنْهَا وَيَخُونُ فِيهَا وَكَانَ يُوسُفُ عَلِيمًا حَفِيظًا. Yusuf alayhi salam was a prophet who did not shy away from the truth. لا يستحي من الحق. He did not shy away from the truth. So he very confidently said to the king, اجعلني على خزائن الأرض. Make me the treasure. Guess what were the 2 reasons he gave? Inni hafiz, inni alim. I will safeguard the money. I will not be corrupt. And I have knowledge. I know what I'm talking about. I have expertise in this field. Make me the treasurer. Fast forward today, many people want to help. Many Muslims want to help. They are sincere, but they may not have the credentials. They may not have the credentials. They want to teach people with special needs, but they're not qualified to do so. They want to counsel people with mental health problems, but they're not trained in mental health counseling. They want to give tafsir and ta'wil. They haven't studied the science of usul al-tafsir. They want to have hadith classes. They don't know even the definition of a weak hadith or a sahih hadith. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. But I want to be a leader, Imam. I want to be a leader. Real leaders know that they don't have the answer to all questions. Real leaders don't try to answer every question themselves. Real leaders don't try to make every decision themselves. Stay in your lane. As an imam, I do pastoral counseling. That is counseling according to the Quran and Sunnah. There are times when the client is not benefiting from pastoral counseling, so I have to refer that client to qualified marriage counselors. There are times when the client comes in and starts talking about suicide, clinical depression, drugs. This is when I refer them to psychiatrists. I can't do everything. There are people who ask questions on administration issues, the structure of the building, finance, logistics. I'm not the person to ask. We have individuals here who can help you. Stay in your lane. My message today is this. The goal is not to make others think highly of you. Wow, this person can do this, he can do that, she can do this, she can do that. The goal is not to make others think highly of you. The goal is, how can I best help out this person?